Your stuff has been moved. As I said, they did not take the stuff into your apartment. They are waiting for you to get there before they go in.
Cool, 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 cool.
It doesn't matter how long you took to get back home from there. They were waiting until you got back home.
Right. They actually jump when they see like this group of people in boxes and whatnot because they forgot that was part of the thing. Like, oh wait, my life is collapsing. Forget the creepy old guy who doesn't want weird stuff for this self-improvement project. Um, just come in. Thank you. Um, there should be a spare bedroom. You can move whatever and just put it there.
And they do so. Uh, and then they give you an envelope.
He takes the envelope.
It's heavy. It's cash.
Why does this have? Wait, and then they open it.
It's about $40,000.
Is there a card at least?
There is. It just says spending money to help you, quote, get your shit together, end quote. Richard.
Well, I guess at least that's corporeal. You just like put it on a nearby dresser. Just they want to finish tonight. Get washed, showered, into a nice robe, maybe get some ice cream. Just try to recalibrate and get ready to start all over.
You're able to do that. No issues. Doesn't seem like anyone's watching you, but that person seemed to know a whole hell of a lot about your life, so that's strange.
We're not going to think about it, actually. Uh,
Good.
he has
Probably
a
shouldn't.
very public lifestyle. His people know his family, so it's not that hard to find or Google things about him. So I'm
Yeah, and your
just gonna
pops
write that
also just
off.
brought down your like whole spending history to you, like.
Yeah, that did happen. We're not gonna talk about. She
But
was hacked.
yeah, I'm sure she was. But you get a good night's sleep. I mean, as good as it can be. Listen, your bad day is a pretty bad day, right? But there's a bunch of poor ass people who have way worse days than you just had. Just going to work to keep things in perspective. You get to go sleep in a nice ass bed, put on an expensive ass robe, eat some expensive ass ice cream.
People are so poor.
Like if you wanted to, you could afford hoes. Like it's you're good. Nonetheless, you rest. Morning comes. What do you do with your day, Giselle? You have a lot of time to think on this. You don't have no job. You ain't got nowhere to be.
I think what they do is do a little bit of cleaning before like the actual cleaning person comes. Um, they keep looking at the envelope and wondering what to do with the money. Do they just go ahead and pay rent to the next year, or do they actually put it into an account and then show dad like, oh look, I already got my shit together, you can take me back now? um or they just stay quiet and let the come up happen when it does. So I think they're going with the last option and just letting the day go by, um thinking about everyone's faces when they'd be so shocked and they realize Giselle can do fucking something for once.
you do get a call at some point in the day, and it is from Duncan, and he's like, Giselle, hey,
Hey, what's up?
uh, I guess first, sorry,
No, what? Sorry for what?
for Dad doing what he did. You know,
Look, you don't have to worry about me. We're so proud of you, and I know you're going to do great and responsible and amazing things with my money. So, if anything, you can like name a building after me, or give me a wing in one of your little resorts, or just say no so I can get my stuff back, Duncan. What the hell?
I wasn't given an option to say no.
You can always say no.
You know how
You
Dad
talk.
is.
Yeah, and I know you can say no because they always listen to you.
Sal, are you gonna be all right?
Well, that's a great question to ask after, my life is falling apart like a little Jenga tower. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to get my shit together like Dad wants me to, and then maybe by Thanksgiving nobody's going to hate me anymore. So, I
I
don't
could
want
probably
you.
hide you in one of the properties I'm managing.
No. No, what am I? A rat? What are you
I
doing?
didn't.
Don't
I didn't mean
don't
it like that.
pity me, Duncan. It's the last thing I need. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for unloading on you. It's not your fault that you're so perfect and that everybody loves you and Carmen more than me and
I'm
that you
not
guys are
trying to
just
be
destined for
perfect.
great
I don't
things
think I'm
and I'm just
perfect. I'm
left to the
just.
wayside. Again, I probably shouldn't have been born. It could have just been you two and I wouldn't be such a leech to the family.
Okay, seriously, you don't have to be that way.
Be what way? What am I being?
You're being dramatic right now. Like you're not
I,
a
I,
leech to
oh,
the family.
oh, are you
Like,
the one that lost this everything overnight? Are you Duncan, baby? Sweet baby Duncan? I'm gonna hang up now before you say something you regret, so bye! Click. Bitch.
yeah. So that was a call.
It sure
Uh,
was.
then you get a call from Emil. Or is that Emily? How are you saying it? Emily or Emil?
It is a meal.
Okay, good. All right. Emily calls you and goes, "Hey, hi Giselle.
Hi. Hi, Emil. How
So
are you?
I plan to come to work today, but I do want to let you know that the last check was not deposited into my account. Um, do you know why that's the case?
I don't. Let me talk to payroll and I'll make sure that's deposited to you. If you can just give me your hours and I'll get that sorted out for you.
Yeah, yeah. I'll send
We're
everything over. I'm also calling because the cleaning company also said that they are not coming without payment.
Well, that's fine because we are actually relocating. I'm
Oh, really?
deciding to do something different, maybe like a little online front or a little pop-ups. People love pop-ups nowadays, but
They
I
do.
promise you, see, that's why I like you, Emil. You are so smart. Um, I will make sure that's handled. Don't worry. You're my favorite. That's why I keep you around because you're the
Well, thank
best.
you.
And I will talk to you soon as I get some more developments. Okay, sweetie?
Okay, absolutely. Do you need anything in the
All right.
meantime?
Um, Not that I can think of, but I will keep you on speed dial.
Excellent. Okay. Talk soon.
All right, kisses. This is why I have $40,000 in a card. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. This again. So fine.
So fun.
So fine. So fun.
So, as the rest of the day go by, trickles in tonight. No more calls, though the cleaning you did feels insufficient versus the crew of cleaners that comes in and organizes your place.
Which
It
I
does make
also
you
have to
question,
pay for.
is this what it's like to be poor?
We're not thinking about that. We are not. This is fine. This is fine. This is just a lesson. It's not even a whole day. It's okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're just You're Sophia. What are you talking about? What time is it? Is it at least 9:55? I can start walking.
The clock ticks towards 9:30. It's it's not close enough to, well, you could walk it. It would take you about 30ish minutes.
I think she will walk for the first time in her life.
Despite living in Philadelphia, one of the most walkable cities in the world, Giselle finally takes a walk. And I'll be honest with you, Giselle, you're walking along the riverway. It's nice in parts of it, and other parts you do not understand how people live there. Or why people would live there. Why would
Oh,
they build
great.
places for people to live there? Ew.
Yeah, ill.
Um, and that is where this warehouse is. It's in one of those places where, like, there's like high rise over here, you know, docks for like people's nice boats over here, and then the hood right in the middle.
Reflexively, she tucks in her necklace.
Oh, she just did the purse tuck. Somebody walks by, cross to the other side of the street situation.
Oh my
Since we
goodness.
haven't
Yeah.
touched on it yet, and maybe we described it in the first episode, but I'll go here while we have the opportunity, while Giselle's walking. What does Giselle look like? Dress like?
Uh, Giselle has that if a man and a woman had a baby, like 50-50 down the middle androgyny, it depends on what they wear on the day. They could pull off either or effortlessly. Just enough curvature for feminine features, but strong enough in like the face for a masculine type, and that's why they move so fluidly. Right now, they kind of stick to like power suits, at least to have that family femininity, present a proper like assigned gender. But other days, they kind of play around with it. They're rich enough to play with their gender. Isn't that crazy? Imagine having the money to do that. But right now, their hair is just kind of like going with the wind. They are wearing flats because, they decided to walk because new experiences and such. You had to be poor for a day. This is the end of poor for a day. Just kind of keeping their head up and making their way down to this address because they trusted a strange man in their building last night.
You gonna have blisters. You ain't walked this much in
Mm.
the flats ever.
Mm.
But eventually you do get to this warehouse, and it looks abandoned and like people shouldn't be here. The windows are broken. There's big like it's on the water, so it's like a shipyard. You could the doors in the front are made for like a boat to come into here to be worked on if that was the case. That's not what's happening right now. You suspect the last time this place was used, probably a rave. It's that sort of situation here.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Well, that
dark.
takes the mystery out of it. Well, never mind.
No one's around. The place looks empty and abandoned. And one of the front doors just sort of creaks open. And you hear, Giselle, you came. Excellent. You do not see
I
a person as the door opens. You just hear the voice.
um Mr. Richard, are you I don't see you in there. Is this like a recording? We're doing like I don't know,
No, I'm
a
here. Please
scavenger
come in.
hunt? Okay.
You walk in.
And yeah, they're going in.
Okay. Uh, Once you get in, you see, yeah, this place is definitely last used for rave. There's red solo cups scattered about the place. There are like old broken repair machinery. You can't really identify it. It has pipes and chains and stuff. There's like some other old stuff in here. There's some abandoned speakers, some empty bottles of liquor, that sort of situation. Um, but along a beam coming across the rafters, I suppose, probably about 15 feet up, is a single light bulb and a table, two chairs under it. It's the only place that's illuminated by anything outside of the moonlight. It's bright enough because of city light that you can see in here. It's dark, but it's not like pitch black. You can see things. But what you don't see is Richard.
So you probably don't have an automated message for this, so what no, what is this? What are you doing?
This is the first day of the rest of your life. I'm sorry it happens in a place like this. And the voice just kind of resonates across the place. It feels close, but not close at the same time.
You know, I've really played along for quite a while, and I what's stopping me from just going back home with $40,000 and calling it a day?
You will need that money, I suspect. Though recovering it might be a bit more of an ordeal than you're expecting. You hear the door that you came in shut close. And then a large lock sound chains, maybe.
This doesn't sound very day of the rest of your life. Are you, you're not kidnapping. I and
No,
they
my
check
dearest
their phone.
Giselle, I plan to kill you.
um, um
Your phone
look,
has no
if you
reception in here. You see it. It's there's no bars.
I figured um you know, um you could just, if you could put me up for ransom or something,
No, no,
you
no,
could.
no, no.
I don't,
Relax.
I don't.
This will not be your final death. And you see, from by the front door, moving across the floor, the limp, a man in the same suit, the same bowler hat. But now that you see him, that face that looked indistinct, if not even mildly attractive, is something else. The nose is sunk into the face. There is no nose exactly. It is just slits in the bone. There's a bulbous sort of growth above the eye. There is a strong jaw and chin. This man, at some point, was probably attractive, but something happened to him that deformed him greatly. One of his ears is missing. His hands end in long, twisted fingers and claws. Claws? Yes, those are definitely claws. One of the arms is bigger than the others. But he still holds himself in that same sort of dignified air that he did before. He comes closer to you, into the light. This is a monster. He sits down in the chair across from you. He says, "You could attempt to run. I would not recommend it. I am still Richard. Richard Dixon, as it happens."
I, please just let me go. I won't say anything about. I'll send the money back. I won't do anything. Please,
I
please.
was being honest when I said the things that I said about you. Though I did leave some things out. You see, I've noticed throughout your time and your life that you have something of a cruel streak, which can be useful. But your cruelty is mostly based in your beauty. I know there are others who have planned to potentially embrace you. You won't know what that means, but you will soon. I asked for this opportunity because I felt like you could be most useful to the Nosferatu.
The movie.
The vampires.
Okay, so not only are you ugly, you're crazy. So I'm just gonna, and I think they do start
He
like
smiles
backing
at you,
away.
and the fangs come down. You thought because you were pretty, you were better than other people. You are better than the other people, but it's not predicated by your beauty. And as you start to back away, you see him jump on the table with an incredible amount of grace. The table doesn't even wobble. And then he's beside you. And he holds your arm. And it is a strong grip. You know, if you try to run, you would pull your arm out of socket, or maybe he'd pull your arm off. And he goes, "I know you agreed before knowing everything. But I promise you, this will be good for you.
Just don't kill me. Please. Please.
Unfortunately, you are going to have to die to be born again.
I don't want to die. Nobody wants to die.
Relax. You will be made better. And he takes your arm and he bites. And at first it hurts. There's a pain of your arm being pierced, and then it's not hurt. It's great. Actually feels pretty nice. This monster biting from you and drinking your blood feels nice. All the shit you've been through over the last day, being cut off, being dumped. Who dumps you? Who in their right mind dumps Giselle Pugh, right? Fuck are they doing? Losing your business? No big deal. You could get another one. You got $40,000 from this thing, this Nosferatu, and then you get away with just getting bitten? That's not that big of a deal, is it? And as you look up through the broken windows and see the moon and the stars, the few stars you can see because light pollution has ruined fucking everything, your vision starts to fade. Fade some more. And you see him stop, pulls away, and he cuts his hand with one of those claws, and he puts it to your lips, and he says, "Drink and be born anew."
And hazily they drink.
It's delicious. It's gross. Why is this gross man's blood taste like heaven? Why? Why do you smell funny? And then you die. We skip ahead a couple weeks. You've had something of a contentious relationship with your sire. You see, Giselle, Nosferatu are generally cursed with being made into ugly, malformed creatures. This has not happened to you. And this is not one over any of your other fellow clanmates. You see, you have gotten one of the rare versions of the Nosferatu curse where you are not doomed to look ugly. You just occasionally you don't smell as well as you'd like to, and bugs, hordes of them, roaches, ants, whatever random creepy crawly, just kinds of end up wherever you are. Some would say this is worse, but what actually it's done for you is made the rest of the Nosferatu kind of hate you, because you're the only one who has not ended up somewhat deformed. And on top of that, since you've been embraced, You have left your previous name behind, which is also not one you any fans. What do you call yourself now?
I mean, when you're like a million in a room of negative threes, I mean, you could call me Adonis.
Adonis. You see, not all, some, but not all, many, but not all, change their names once they become embraced. They leave their old lives behind. Razor, as he is known around the rest of the Camarilla, who you've heard about, who are a cult, cabal, whatever you want to call it. He is what is known as the Harpy. He is well respected within the Camarilla, and despite his lack of conventional beauty, people tend to find his taste to be impeccable. His thoughts on the culture and how things are progressing around here. Prince of Ro depends on him in a way. Different than the Seneschal, which you've heard, which is like a patsy for the prince as far as you've been concerned, but you know. But tonight, you find yourself in a at a stage, a what do you call it? Where they hold plays, but it's a smaller one.
I mean, a
You have a
box
stage,
or
a
something.
theater, but it's like it's
Okay.
barely enough to call a theater. It is a small theater. Let's just go with that for now. Um, you have the privilege of being the first of the newly embraced to hit the stage. You know there's other people. Razor, despite some of his trepidations about you, has prepared you for this moment. He goes, the prince is going to ask you to justify your existence. But here's the thing. I do not make mistakes. You justify your existence by simply being you. You know what you've learned from me. Respect the prince. Don't be a cunt.
Of course.
And then tell her why you're the second baddest bitch in Philadelphia. Do you understand me?
Oh, and I guess the first being you.
I wouldn't call myself a bitch.
Then who's number one?
The prince, you idiot. Have you not been listening
Oh,
to me?
I'm sorry. I thought you were jerking yourself off. Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this.
He sighs a long, deep spiritual sigh. He shakes his head and says, and then you hear from behind the curtain, welcome, all of you. You stand before me as we present the city's newest kindred. As you may have heard, we've had some issues with attrition in recent times, and we seek to bolster our numbers. A few of you have been selected to embrace our newest and brightest pupils. That said, if they fail tonight, then they will be executed. They have had a few weeks to acclimate to our rules, to to understand how we do things in this city. And now they will be asked to explain why they should be given such power and responsibility. So, let us introduce our first of the new kindred, child of Richard Razor Dixon, our harpy, one of the Nosferatu, Adonis. And your
And they strut on out just as simply transitioned like it was nothing, as if it was a runway. Nose high, perfect posture, stock still. Incredible.
cockroach creeps across the stage.
Comes with the territory.
Adonis, your sire, Razor, tells me you have the potential to be useful to the Camarilla, perhaps a cunning asset, perhaps his eventual replacement. That said, we of the council, myself included, have found that you've always been a creature of comfort and beauty, and to some here, unearned privilege. You have lived a mortal life built on lies and deceit. And while those are by no means, disqualifiers to be a part of the Camarilla, I wish to learn more about you. I wish to know, as well as the court, with all the conviction you can muster, why do you deserve to live and hold this great power of being one of the kindred?
With all due respect, my prince, I think a better question is, why do you deserve me?
There are some gasps as you say that. And she just quiets them down. Do you mean to question why I deserve a whelp like you?
I think whelp was a little harsh. I think I'm a miracle. Look at who embraced me. Yes.
Explain further.
Wow.
This entertains me.
I know that I'm a part of Clan Nosferatu. Clearly. Clearly Nosferatu, am I right? But I think with this cosmic ability to, not come out ugly as sin, has something very fantastic planned. I think it's going to be fun. I'm very excited. I hope to shock, amaze, and awe.
She smiles and licks at her fang and she goes, so you mean to tell me that you deserve to be both part of the Camarilla, part of Clan Nosferatu, and part of this great city's kindred because you're a pretty Nosferatu?
I mean, that should be an oxymoron, so.
We'll get back to you. The next thing you hear is, between some muffled sounds or what have you, is Anastasia Kem of Clan Toreador. And that is where we're going to end this session. Thank you all for joining us for our fourth and final prologue episode of Vampire the Masquerade, The Monster Within. I have been your storyteller, Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice. Then, tell the people about yourself.
Oh my gosh, hi! I'm Vin at VinVoxVA on all the socials except Blue Sky. That is VinVox.com. That is also my website because I am a voice actor and tabletop performer. Find my studio specs, my resume, all my little fancy bits and stuff to hire me and make me money on my website. And thank you, Prince, so much for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. I was glad to see Giselle again get humbled.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, somehow the rich
We're
just
working
keep
on
winning.
it.
This is how it happens.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. So anyway, few things before we leave out of here. Please go and check out my YouTube, Dimples and Dice on YouTube. All of our episodes will be there. Next week, we will begin the first of the episode with the whole coterie. The coterie together. It'll be a time. I don't know if it'll be a fun time for all people involved, but it will certainly be a time for the people involved. I'm very excited to have the whole crew together and to see what sort of shenanigans they'll get into as they try to figure out how to get along with one another, and what other drama happens by, you know, other new kindred being embraced in the city and having their own coterie, you know? That's also an optional thing that's happening. That's not so optional. But yes, that's it for us. Thank you all again. Like I said, check out my socials. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube. We're closing in on 100 followers, so get us there. Yeah, please. Thank you. We're going to keep making all of this better. We can keep the production getting better. Jordan has been doing a phenomenal job, so shout out to D&D Jordan Lee. Shout yourself out in the chat, Jordan, or Fair. Thank you to the mods here, and yeah, we'll see you next week. We'll find somebody to rate. Peace.